What's good, everybody? I'm Bobby Nuggs. You're tuned in to Carrying the Torch podcast, where we highlight the past blazed by visionaries and pioneers from all walks of life. Today's a very special episode, number 11. We have in studio today chef, content creator, and author, Chef David Rivoli. How are you today, my brother?
Good. It's David Rivoli.
David Rivoli. I apologize. It's very good to have you in studio today, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I've been watching your videos now for over at least the last year and a half. And some of them are going absolutely viral, so it's cool to actually meet you in person.
Thank you.
You came super correct. Brought me some awesome, delicious oatmeal cookies.
Yes.
Let me just say that they were super delicious. And that recipe can be found on your Instagram page?
Yes. It's also on my Pepper page. So Pepper is a social cookbook app where I post majority of recipes, or you can also order my cookbook to get exclusive recipes from like when I was recipe developing back when I was 18 to now being 25, or even just recipes that based on collaborations I've done in the past 5 years of creator, like Alan Coquito macaroons from a company in Pawtucket. We have Caribbean Co., which is a coffee syrup company, a Caribbean coffee syrup company based in Providence. And there's also like Tri Kitchen, kimchi pancake tostadas, and kimchi arancini, which is also a small business based in Pawtucket. And also companies that I've like been able to collaborate from like far and wide, like I know when I was invited to the Venom 3 premiere by Sony, I did like
sick.
Venom cookies and cream popcorn. Or there's a Cristoforo olive oil, which is a olive oil company based out of Italy. I did like olive oil tea cakes inspired by them.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's kind of like a memory
So
about
it's kind of
like
global.
it's kind of global, and also it's a memory of like
Homage.
homage or a memory or just like a collage of everything I've done as a creator. So it's like what I've been doing before as a creator and now being a creator, all like the work that I've done.
Wow, man, that's awesome. Like, so you kind of are like, in a lot of ways, born into food, being a Sicilian. So food has kind of, I'm sure, been in your bloodlines. Are you from Rhode Island?
So no. So first, I'm also Dominican and Sicilian. So I'm Sicilian on my
mix.
dad's side, Dominican on my mom's side. So the food is a big thing in both ways. I'm actually originally from Miami.
Are you?
Yeah. So big story. I've grown up all across South Florida. Born in Boca Raton, raised a little bit in Pembroke Pines, Sunrise. But I spent like my last teenage years, and college years in Miami, where I lived.
Awesome.
Where I also went to college there. But basically, I've kind of like grew up all across South Florida.
Yeah.
So like even if I'm not necessarily born in Miami, I know anywhere around Miami. I know everywhere around like Broward County, especially like if for anyone who's like a true Floridian, you know that anywhere Broward County and below is true Florida, not like Tallahassee or like St. Petersburg. Like the true culture, you start from Broward County, Everglades, and go all the way down, even in Key West.
South Florida especially. We've gone to Miami several times over the last couple of years, and Key West a couple times too. And the Miami food scene is just, in my opinion, world class. Every time we go there, we always make sure we're on like the Cuban sandwich tip. We're trying to try the best Cubanos. I like Versailles. Have you been there?
Oh yeah.
Obviously, that's like one of the big tourist destination spots, like in the city.
But not really Versailles. You have to go to like the old school bodegas.
Yes.
Enjoy the croquetas, not just Cuban. You got croquetas.
Yes.
Have some like Cuban coffee.
All day.
Or even just like even the Dominican bodegas have the like little kibe.
Ooh.
I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but they're really just local. Sometimes they don't even have a name. You just know the number by the address. You just walk in and just boom. Hola, huepa,
Yeah,
¿cómo
for me
estás?
being a gringo, I feel out of place sometimes when I'm over there, you know.
Come
But I've been
on,
learning a
bad.
little bit, you know, and I love the cafe con leche and just the energy of South Florida is unlike anything I've experienced.
Yeah.
So I'm sure getting to grow up down there and go into college there, yeah, it's a huge part of who you are. You know, do you also enjoy that Caribbean flair? You know, because South Florida, they got a lot of like conch fritters and all these crazy fish dishes, you know. It's unique to there. What's your favorite South Florida dish that's kind of native to really down there?
Down there, it's not really by a dish; it's more by a restaurant. So, in my opinion, the best food is in Coral Gables. It's a strip called Giralda Avenue. Literally a strip. You just walk by, and you'll get like Italian Luca Osteria. You'll get Mexican from Coyo Taco. You'll get some American upscale from Eating House. So there's really no competition. There's each one is a new cuisine.
Yeah.
Even in Wynwood, it's good for desserts. Like there's a place called Midtown Creamery.
Yes.
Now that's really the best ice cream in all of Miami. You do not understand.
Wynwood's lit.
Yeah, it's really good for partying and stuff, and just really having good nightlife community. But really best desserts. But also there's a Wynwood district, like the shopping district, where there's Gucci, Versace. There's also Night Owl Cookies, which is a common small business. Well, not small. It's a huge corporation owned by like Andrew Night Owl, because he's an amazing pastry chef. I've met him. Had his cookies. There's like it's all around South Florida, and there's also a place called Cote. It's a Cote Korean steakhouse, which actually one of the first restaurants in Miami to earn a Michelin star. One of the first.
Wow.
Because we didn't really have that much attention. Miami, for the nightlife, even if you're gonna go to East Bay, or even just like gonna explore more Hialeah, the more Hispanic crowd. Even if you're gonna go like even not just Miami, like the city, you're gonna go to like Miami Beach, like across the ocean. Go to like the humongous food festival, South Beach Wine and Food Festival. That's like every February. Yeah. It's also a good space.
Yeah, Florida, like too, their farmers markets, man, are like just. I thought we had good farmers markets up here, but geez, my head was spinning with the exotic fruits and vegetables they have, and the different varieties of everything is just so otherworldly. As a chef, probably to have access to so many more ingredients, probably it must feel a lot better when you're looking for more organic ingredients, right?
Yeah, it's I really do not have too much experience in the farmers markets. I've only gone to like more Fort Lauderdale farmers markets, like because I know my dad lived in so my parents divorced when I was 3, and they both like my mom remarried when I was 6, my dad remarried when I was 14, so they had joint custody. So I really been to the farmers markets around like the Fort Lauderdale area. Miami, I wasn't really too familiar because it was just like corporation, small business, and the thing about like around like Bayside, like so if you go to Bayside, Miami, you gotta check out the Ferris wheel. It's like huge. You get a good view of the city
forever.
Yeah,
I didn't think it would be on there for that long.
It's really good, but also like knowing that. Like, so when I moved here, I found that Rhode Island has a much way different economy than in Miami. Because I know when a business opens, it stays there. Stays there for, like, at least more than 10 years or so. And now in Rhode Island, like, it's such a high turnover rate. You'll get a restaurant open, they close, another one comes, they close, like, open, close, open, close. And the farmers market, like, there's more small businesses in Rhode Island than there are in Miami. Because Rhode Island, small businesses make up over 75% of the economy.
Wow.
And
I didn't know that statistic.
Especially since like we have a government that's not taking care of them very well. That's why it's up to people like me to post, share, spread the word. Because I remember like last year when I was like addicted to farmers markets and the little flea markets, I spent like in just like 2 months I spent like over $2,000 on like
local business.
Just like buying clothes, getting food, or because I was just addicted. Like because there was so much good stuff. Like I'm not wearing anything local, but in my house I have like shirts and pants and
this
shoes.
was thrifted Ankle Biter Studio. I got this at the Hope Street Farmers Market.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's like a Hope Arts Village in Pawtucket. Like I've been to the vintage flea markets there.
Yeah, the vintage markets they do. Shout out Mother Earth. They actually have an event coming up May 16th. They have Little City Thrifty and Anti-Robot Club. Both of them are doing their own pop-ups. Like,
I did a whole collab with Mother Earth, like promoting some of their products and whatnot. And also because they're also like a hub for other businesses to sell their products, come forth. Because even if someone who's not like into cannabis or drugs or whatever you want to say myself, I do love a company that still supports other locals. So that's why I support them really well. Yeah,
businesses like that can support other businesses throughout them are going to be far more successful. You know what I mean? And with the taboo that they are under, I think it's cool that they've created something unique with the Coastal Classic. They're going to have over 200 vendors there. PVD pies, like, I'm sure the list can go on. There's going to be a bunch of heavy hitters down there. Diva Dips, like, the list is just going to go on. You going to plan to come through?
Yeah.
Come through to shoot a little content?
I've already been in those companies before, but if there's like any other new companies like there, I also like, there's also like a fun place called Mystery Soup Escape Rooms.
I've been hearing about this place.
Yeah, so it's in the complex. So they have different rooms like based off fantasy, horror, thriller. They open a new room involving like Christmas all year round. So it's like a lot of places because I love escape rooms. I've done escape room collabs in Newport, Pawtucket, Massachusetts. I just like any opportunity I get to do an escape room.
I've never really done one, so maybe you'll have to help me out, and I'll do my first one.
Okay, like guys, Mystery Scoop Team, Mystery Soup
Team. Let's go, Mystery collab. Like, dude, we gotta do it.
Yeah.
It's gotta happen.
Yeah.
Because I always get like that anxiety of like, do I want to be trapped somewhere right now and have to use my brain to get out? Because I get these like the movie Saw pops into my brain.
Oh, shut up! That's like that's that's kind of like their horror room.
Yeah, the horror room.
Yeah, but they have a fantasy room. They have like a sci-fi room. They have like a lot of rooms based on different themes.
Mm-hmm.
Post-apocalyptic, so it's a fun experience.
Now, have you noticed that in the food service industry, that theming in particular right now is becoming massively popular?
I'm sorry, repeat that, please?
Theming a restaurant.
I would say it depends, because really just you have to base it on the cuisine and then build around that theme.
Yep.
So, I think the most themed restaurant recently is a restaurant called Claudine. So it is a new fine dining restaurant. They actually just recently had a closure based on their building condition, and they're in the process of rebuilding, and we're like being served out. But what it's so special about fine dining is that you just go and do a reservation, also like tuiles and spirification and smoking and sous vide and stuff. They literally change their menu every single day.
Oh, that's amazing.
And amazing wine service. So I did a collaboration with my girl, Blami Becky. Hey, Beck. And where we just went there. We had a good experience. They even like different like duck, pork, or I'm trying to remember what I had, but like the wine pairing for each one was amazing. It is expensive, but it's worth every buck. He even gave us little fruit pate, like fruit, like it's like a little like kind of like their own fruit gummies, and a box like a little tin box of sea salt.
I love that
for us to take home.
As a very adventurous eater and someone with more of a diverse palate, what do you recommend for someone who is a little bit more scared of foods to try to start with? Like, what foods you think they should start with? Seafood, or more like something a little less adventurous and not as What do you think? Like, arancini is a good way to start for something they maybe never have. What's one thing that you think would be a good food for like someone who's got a picky palate?
Okay, so it really depends on what the picky. If they're not into vegetables, okay, start with corn, carrots, or either like corn, carrot, celery, and onion. Because like a mirepoix is carrot, celery, and onion. That's like the basis of cooking that you use for soups, stocks, sauces. Like that's like the main basis, especially like. So so there's like a lot of variations. So mirepoix, even in Italian and in Latin culture, we both call it sofrito. Well, sofrito is way more complex, especially Dominican. Yeah. I even last year for Mother's Day, I redid my mom's sofrito, where she had like tomatoes and pickled red onions and cilantro. So there's a lot of variations to that.
Traditional.
But honestly, once you have those, then you'll know the basis of cooking. Now you can definitely evolve to Brussels sprouts and string beans and peas and stuff. So obviously it's not really just enjoy, because you're not going to take a whole raw Brussels and put it in your mouth.
Yes. You
would have to like first cut out the core, like sear it really well in a cast iron, or even just like roast it, or even you could also braise it, or roasting and braising, and you just try it. Probably you can add some ketchup or mustard if you want, and then also just try it with some balsamic vinegar, or have it with some I'm trying to think of some like bougie condiments to go with, or caviar if you can find somewhere, or even some truffle, or even just like brown mustard, or anything. Like you start small with some like kiddie condiments, and then you go to more of the adult stuff.
Yeah,
why not?
That's how you help someone expand their palate a little bit.
Yeah, and speaking of going back to your question about theme stuff, there's a cafe. It's called Helado Taiyaki. So it's a Japanese Latin fusion where they have taiyaki is a Japanese like fish pastry, and also helado is ice cream in Spanish. So they really fill it with custard and ice cream. Like huge stuff. I can definitely show you some pictures later on.
Yeah.
So basically something that's like eye candy, but also combining two cultures in one. There's a lot of fusion.
Yeah, a lot of fusion.
Like in all our restaurants, but also a big theme is the food truck scene. Yeah. So there's PVD food truck events that happens every summer or spring, summer. So they start in April and end till September. And there's food trucks like the small business scene of various cuisines. Yeah. There's one called Amano Pizza where they literally have a pizza oven inside the truck. They do fresh Neapolitan pizzas right to your spot. I know a girl, Pocky. She owns Twisted Churros. She literally just does churros like a whole spiral, and she does like different toppings on them. Yeah. Let's see on my head. There's
little pancake one. There's this little pancake.
That's Lulu's little pancakes.
Lulu's slapped, man. I like Lulu's. Dude.
I know they don't show up at
Ming's two good chicken sandwiches.
Yes. I know both of them don't show up to PVD food truck events, but they are part of like PVD Fest or like around. Small Business Saturday, so they are around, and there's also a part of PVD. There's also California Taco Shop, which the storefront, but are amazing bidding that you can get on the go. Or
they slap too.
Champion Chamel, they like grilled cheese sandwiches for anything. Even one called the Lone Lone Ranger or the Lone Star. I'm sorry, yes, Lone Star. They have like mac and cheese and pulled pork barbecue.
Oof.
Boom, all that stuff.
These are like the types of things
Very
that
creative.
exactly. Creativity leads to viral videos, which really can be huge for sales and ROI for a lot of these businesses. When you are going about trying to find a restaurant to choose a visit, what is like your main classification they need to have when you're looking for a spot?
Well, it depends. So I have different series on my page where I good example, work cafe. So if I'm gonna do a work cafe, I need a place that I can have a good enough space to put my computer down. Yeah. Need to have free fast Wi-Fi, and I like any kind of good latte or snack involved. So I'll have a sandwich, I'll have a pastry. So, but there's some cafe shops or coffee shops that I can go in that's not really like good seating, or not a place I can put my computer down, or not a place that like probably Wi-Fi is off. So because it needs to have all those qualities. That's why I have a coffee shop, or a place where you can just get coffee and move on, or just enjoy your day.
I love that.
And Work Cafe, the place you can get a drink, a tea, a coffee, and get any snack, or get like a sandwich, or get like a meal that you can just work and eat at the same time, like I do. Now I also have an Italian restaurant series, or like if I have Italian restaurants in Federal Hill, and I have a series like Italian restaurants outside of Federal Hill. For those who don't know, Federal Hill is like the Little Italy of Rhode Island, you would say. So therefore, like if you want Italian outside of that, boom, my series. Also, like place to enjoy with friends and family. So a place to like have you can bring your mom, your dad, your friends, like tapas.
Breaking it down.
Or eat like the Palo for tapas or shareables. East End, good charcuterie. There's also Otra, which is another Spaniard tapas spot. So I really like that.
We got to go to Barcelona and the food.
Barcelona,
Spain.
Oh, you mean like Spain restaurant in Cranston?
No, the actual.
Oh, you went to actual Barcelona.
Yeah,
okay,
an amazing food experience. Like, seems like their standard out there is like one Michelin star just for an average brunch that they're doing. Yeah. We did an 18-course tasting menu out there.
Where's that at?
It was at this place called Teatro. Like, I guess teatro means movie.
Teatro, theater, yes.
And let me just tell you, they lived up to the name. I never really experienced like that much, but every course was, one small or 2 bites. You know what I mean? Amuse-bouche. Is there a favorite, real other tapas spot you like in Providence that has like real new small dishes and you can try a bunch of stuff?
Okay, so tapas is Spaniard. It's different than meze. So like meze is Greek, smorgasbord is German, French charcuterie. I'm trying to think of like another tapas spot that I did not say. Ooh, so I said Otra, I said Paulo. I know there's another spot like somewhere in my head that I cannot think off the top of my head right now.
What about Italian? Who's your top?
Oh, okay.
Give me top 3 favorite Italian restaurants.
Okay, that's a really good one. Okay, so Casalino's is already number 1. Casalino's is my favorite Italian spot. I also love. Oh wait, no, they closed. There's also Il Massimo. I know they have a Massimo. I say Massimo, but like Massimo, like
I think.
In Providence, yeah, especially with their grilled pizza and their carbonara. Another Italian spot. There was like a place actually here in Fall River. I can't remember the name. I would say like so I can't remember the name, but they have like these pasta bread bowls. That's really classy and bougie.
You're speaking my language.
But
over here, they popped my cherry for the chicken Mozambique. I had always heard of it. But
Mozambique, that's Portuguese.
Very Portuguese.
I actually did
prominent here.
Yeah, so especially in like New Bedford and Fall River here. Yeah. I know I'm good with places, not good with names. Yeah. Sorry, but there's
when you do as many restaurants as you're creating all the time, I'm sure after hundreds it gets hard to keep
But
track.
Sometimes like people ask me for Providence. Like I know good Providence. Like Providence, you know me, like
city.
Bars. I've been in Providence more
than
than
What about
like,
pizza, my brother?
Oh, but the best pizza.
Providence.
Okay, there you go. Cecilia's Pizzeria.
Classic.
On Atwell's. No, it's like deep dish.
Yep.
So actually, because the people there are actually Lebanese and they're perfecting pizza, so they have regular pizza, but their deep dish is like the showstopper. You get meat, you get veggies, but like it's like good thick quality.
I like that.
But so, I mean, if you want like good like New York style, there is like Napolitanos.
Yeah, Napolitano's good.
Or even something more like themed or class like Pizza Marvin. They have all kinds of themed. So you know, like have you had like the clam chowder pizza?
It's very
where they
very
really
good.
Put actual clams and they open it up.
And
that's crazy.
It's smack too, cause like as Rhode Island as it gets. You know, I grew up on white clam chowder since I was a little kid.
Yeah, I've had all clam chowders before, but my favorite, I even recreated my own white chowder recipe
Not a big
last
fan
fall.
of white. I need to try your chowder. We got to make that happen. I love Is there a chowder cook-off in the state? Does anybody do that?
I feel like there has, but I'm not able to go because the thing is, I work as a chef.
Yeah, you work
I'm
as
not
a
gonna
chef.
say where I work because I actually had an incident at my last job. This was like more than 2 years ago when I had haters write Google reviews
That's
about
not cool.
that was like this was so immature. And you know what's weird about it is that like, they were repeating things I've said that I don't even remember saying. So like, how do you remember that? And I don't.
How do you go about navigating, the political side of it all?
I just
keep your head down.
I know I kind of it depends on what happens. So I will either fight back.
Yes.
If it's something silly and stupid, ignore it. But if something like big, serious. So so this actually just happened yesterday. So as you know, like I don't know when it's gonna be posted, but recently Easter just passed by, and also I reposted a skit from a YouTube series where about like talk about Jesus's crucifixion during like Good Friday, and I had this person like being completely atheist saying that it's imaginary, it's not real. I gave him like facts because I'm like Catholic stuff, and then he went on saying something on the lines about so I mean I don't know if anything be believed, but so a man can a child and God can just forgive him. So I'm like, what the hell are you? What's wrong with you? And at that point, I just comment and just block the guy because no way you're gonna bring a comment. That's just disgusting.
Especially like about something positive.
Yes, and also like people like complain about the way like I remember a girl did not like the way I ate a pizza. I should call her out, Lauren. Like you're probably not even a real girl. You're probably some old man just
in the comments section. Lauren, we see you.
Yeah, so she told me to go back to Florida because she didn't like the way pizza. I remember kind of stuttering a little bit, but there used to be a Korean restaurant called Seoul, and I did a video. Yeah. The video got over 300,000 on Instagram alone, but people were hating on me because I wore a hat. I just had a simple like dress hat and everything else. It was good because the lights were like coming down, so it really gives me like, oh, your parents didn't do it. Like people just going at me for wearing a hat in a restaurant. Or people like, so I have this good silver jacket from Zara. People like love, oh, you look good in a jacket, everything else. And people are just hating on me for wearing a jacket while I'm eating.
Yeah,
what?
Everybody's got an opinion, but I think that way you stand your ground.
Or even like recently, I showcased a pizza restaurant, pizzerias and stuff, and all of them were 10 out of 10. The quality, the style, the theme. I eat like Pizza Mama. For anyone who watches Real Housewives of Rhode Island, that's Alicia's place. Yeah. It was 10 out of 10. I loved it. The good old
shout out Pizza Mama.
And people were just hating on me because like I gave which I don't really give 10 out of 10 on every video, but all those spots I went to was 10 out of 10. Yeah. I'm dead ass serious.
Shout out to Pizza Mama though, to having 3 consistent styles. It's hard enough for these pizza businesses to do one. To have 3 and to do them all that well. I respect the fuck out of that, man. You know what I mean? Because pizza is in my blood. It's one of my first jobs. One of the more grueling, I think.
I was actually a pizza cook at one of my jobs too.
Now, what was your first, feet landed right up. What was your first restaurant gig and what was that like?
So the first time I was working in a restaurant, I was a server at a Thai restaurant back in, like, it was in Pembroke Pines, so it wasn't in Miami at the time. So I was a server. I was paid well. I was paid $16 an hour as a server, and then getting tips and whatnot. My first prep cook job when I was 18 at a restaurant called Bolé. So there's like it's like a chain in South Florida, but it's very, think of it like a healthier Chipotle. And then I worked there for 2 because when I was 19, I was promoted to line cook. And then when I was 20, I got my job working at like a fine dining restaurant called, it was 2 restaurants owned by the same owner. So I kind of freelance between one restaurant and the other. So It was called Eating House and Luca Osteria. Both are in Coral Gables. And when I was 21, that's when I moved to Rhode Island to like finish school, because like the reason I came to Rhode Island was to finish school because Johnson Wells closed down in Miami because of the pandemic.
Yes.
And then my first job was at Hemingway's.
Was it?
Yeah, and that's where I kind of learned about like the true New England culture. Yeah. I was on garde manger because I was only there for the summer because I had to go to senior. I was on garde manger, pastry, and did some raw wire. So shucking oysters. I learned how to like do oysters and clams like when I was like in culinary school, but like shucking oysters, clams, seafood, lobster towers, breaking down a lobster, learning about the chowder, learning about like the good ways of good New England, even learning about the history like Aquidneck, Chattanooga, or all kinds of like islands that I can't really remember the names.
So many native things here.
Get your mollusk from or anything, or crustaceans of any kind.
I love it. It's part of our history. There's a lot of culture here. You know, a lot of old time things too, like pawpaws. I don't know if you've ever heard of one of those before.
Pawpaws?
Yeah, pawpaws. They're like a tree fruit. that grows native around Rhode Island. It's like a mix between.
I don't think I've had that.
A mango and a papaya vibe.
I'll look it up because
I'll
I
have
don't
to
think
find
they have that at restaurants, but I know like more history, like John Brown, Roger Williams, obviously how water fire started, knowing about like the Native American land, or even like if you go around like Water Place Park, there's like a diorama and a map of like how each street is named after someone, or how the whole city used to be like a big basin to channel the ships before they just drained it all out and build hills on it and stuff.
I've noticed too that there's an indigenous wave now of chefs and restaurants coming about. Have you gotten to experience any of the indigenous cooking in restaurants yet?
That's only during PVD Fest, because when indigenous people like have their own performances, cooking wise, I don't really recall enjoying, but like when like the vendors, what they have there. But I think like more indigenous is like more towards like Connecticut, like Foxwoods stuff. Just like because like in Foxwoods, also they have the museum.
Makes a lot of sense.
They have like there's a very famous chef who's like indigenous. I mean, I don't want to like say her tribe name wrong, so I just know that she's indigenous, Native American. I have not experienced any like Native American restaurants in Rhode Island so far, but like I bet if I do my research, I'll be able to find one.
I think they correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but Sly Fox Den perhaps was indigenous, and they were in South County. She might have been James Beard nominated last year.
I feel like Sly Fox Den was a restaurant that is still open.
I think she might have recently closed. It might have recently happened, but she was open for a little while and got some pretty good national exposure. Which what do you think it is about the food service industry that businesses just come and go so much? Is it the rising price cost, or is it the brands?
It's definitely the rising price cost. Yeah. Because the brand, it's nothing to do with the brand. The only reason you can control your brand is owning it. So when you own it, you're in charge. You don't. But when you rely on like food costs, when you rely on the economy doing you injustice, when you rely on like there was like a whole thing about egg prices rising for something out of the control. About like we used we're currently like shout out to David Morales who's running for mayor.
Shout out to David.
Fuck you, Brett Smiley. I'm being dead honest with you. But like how Brett like did not help the small business community. How he say he helped but is not helping, or how like messing up PVD Fest, or even just be able to even just rely on economy, like the whole bridge closure or the Washington Bridge. How like and there was like it's been 2 years and nothing has been truly done. Even we had Plant City closed, and even their whole paragraph. It said that he closed mainly because of the bridge closure. East Providence has been suffering a lot. Really, like anywhere like South Kingstown, Newport, Bristol, those are like the rich province because obviously they're closer to Connecticut. They're close to like the scenes where people coming out like up north, and even though they have more access to seafood, so that's where they're like most successful. But like, it's really just the economy like comes and goes. And it's really hard, especially with the rising costs of like rent. It could be like rent increases, or even just the government, or even I know like Bouchara, who used to own Sam's New York System, she just sold it. But also she later held like a whole video saying that she didn't get no help or any government funding or grants. How they told her, just take out a loan and like, but it was I would give her more in depth. So
there should be more accessibility to those things for the restaurant industries because I never even knew what an essential business was till the pandemic.
I remember because I started my LLC back in 2024, so like I'm like certified. I actually did not know there was like a bad moment where I found out last minute that I had to be licensed. I have to have my cottage food license to be able to do like dinners and sell food and stuff. I learned that the hard way, but now I am licensed, thank God, and I'll be able to like do stuff according to the FDA. Like I remember when I wanted to sell pies last fall, and so like I had the recipe out. Oh, you can't use fresh pumpkin. You gotta use like canned pumpkin. You can't use fresh blueberries. You have to use like a canned blueberries. So which I understand why, but it's like authenticity wise. I would love to because all my recipes that you see on my page is like fresh ingredients. Like I like carved out a whole pumpkin. I like wash my blueberries in baking soda. Like I do everything, or even like make my pie dough from scratch and stuff. So if I can't do certain things, then like where's like the authenticity? So therefore, if I'm gonna do like a whole dinner or I'm gonna like serve people, I'll be able to do stuff. Because baking is like the whole FDA standard. When you're doing like real food, then it's like you have less restrictions of what you gotta do.
I saw recently you posted about a wheat themed infused dinner party.
So that's actually that's by my friend, amazing chef Kayla De Hoyos. She's planning it in Boston, so it's still in the works. She's looking for sponsors.
Absolutely.
So the thing about Kayla, we've been best friends for a good 3 years now. So we met in 2023. We were hanging out. We've done big projects in 2024. We've gotten kind of separated in 2025 because we both were doing our jobs. We still keep in touch with each other. Yeah. And then 2026, when she had like less of a workload, you're like, hey David, you know, I'm having a brunch. I think if you need help for getting me sponsors and stuff, so like I got you. Made the post. I got people like messaging me and do stuff.
Love that.
That's what I've done this so many times. Like when someone needed a chemist for something, boom, post. Where's there a chemist in Rhode Island? Someone needed to be a culinary incubator. Where's there one? Someone got it. Or I need a performance video. Or I need someone that can. Or if I like need a costume designer for something, or if I need a lawyer. Where is it? I just make a post, and then therefore the magic of social media, I get people like.
I can tell you take pride in like the community you built around food, and a lot of these people have so many different stories and come from so many backgrounds, and you know, such as yourself. Let's get back to it a little bit. You are multiracial, so you is it Dominican and Sicilian?
Dominican Sicilian, yeah.
So the fusion of food was always there for you from day one. Yeah. Do you think that those two cultures, Italian and Dominican Spanish, have like interesting correlations for food?
Yeah, especially since our languages are almost the same thing. Like C in Italian, C in Spanish, or like I'm trying to think of some other words. All I know is C, but like how you pronounce it, like donna, woman, or bella. So like donna, bella. There's also like. I'm trying to think of some other words that sound like similar to each other. Can't really think about it right now, but basically
the traditions too, though, I think it comes down to a lot. The traditions are so similar that we're diehard for our cultures. I think in your blood you have two of the most diehard, other than maybe Irish.
I thought of another like perché Italian, porque in Spanish. So like, now it's starting to like come back in my head.
Yeah. So now this part of the show, we really like to do this mystery box review. We work with Pop Shop Gallery in North Providence, Rhode Island. They're an exotic snack store. They get snacks from all over the world, my brother.
I love me some Pop Shop. You ever been to the smoke shop inside?
Oh, yeah. It's so cool. You walk through the little soda machine. Shout out to my buddy Tom. Tom, the owner, is one of my mentors, longtime mentors. So what do we got here, man? We got a little snack box. Little Pokemon drink, nice and cold,
Nori
chilled.
Lay's chips.
You know, I hate seaweed, but maybe I like these.
Yeah, you don't like sushi, bro?
Yeah, I'm not a big. So I like.
There's also a Dominican sushi spot called Yokomo, so it's Dominican sushi. There's
also
this is Mambo.
The fusion I'm talking about.
And there's also Mambo sushi, so they're not like Dominican. They're like more Latin American based in general. That's what I told, but like Latin American and Japanese.
I love it.
Yokomo and Mambo. So Yokomo is on Elmwood, and then Mambo is on Apple Avenue.
Thanks for putting me on, brother.
What's this?
So usually,
I'm gonna love this cotton candy.
Is that what these are? Little candy bites?
It says like they like have these little like in a character or something.
Phantom Mentos. What is this thing?
Black white. They better not have nuts in there. I swear to God.
Black and white lion. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you don't like nuts, stay away from that one.
I can't even read it.
Not me either. So, what do you want to start with first?
Definitely the cotton candy. I want to get like the picture.
Give it an honest review and rate it 1 through 10. It's real deal.
What is this? It's just like a rainbow.
It is a little rainbow cotton candy disc.
Is this? It says like it says Sanrio characters. First of all, I don't know what the hell Sanrio is.
I don't see any character in it.
No, it's not no character.
No, but
what?
Hello Kitty. Yeah.
We're Jews. How are we supposed to know?
Yeah, I don't know. Smells good.
That's so true.
A little cotton candy. It's a little
Suck
dry.
my tongue.
A little dry.
Well, that's like any packaged cotton candy.
Turn into a marshmallow.
It tastes lemon and raspberry.
I do. Lemon and raspberry. It's very fruity. My nephew would love that. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. What about you?
I give it a 5.
5. Not my favorite.
When you go to the Providence Place Mall, they have a cotton candy machine. Yeah, so really you just they have like a machine that like take it out and it just makes all kinds of like characters.
Oh, so cool! I always love those viral videos of people making like huge flowers out of cotton candy.
That's what they do in the machine.
All right, Pokemon grape juice drink in a weird pouch too, huh?
It's like the juice pouches from like K-pop Demon Hunters. Love that movie.
It's got
what was that?
Got fruit, chunks of fruit in it.
What is this?
I don't know about this one, Chef. It's a little weird and kind of chunky, man.
What is this?
I don't know.
It's Pokemon Suck Jelly.
Suck jelly, yeah, I see it.
No.
It's actually, it's got an okay flavor, but the chunkiness is like tapioca. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 4 too.
Well, tapioca like boba. Like I've had real boba, but like
it's a tapioca vibe for sure.
no, this is not good boba.
I didn't like that.
Yep.
I was excited too. All right, let's see. I don't like seaweed.
I love it. Actually, it's really called nori.
Nori, yeah.
I love it. You put some salmon or tuna, boom, you got like sushi, like sushi chips.
It's not too much. I guess I don't like the fishiness of some seaweed, if you know what I mean.
I mean, it is grown underwater.
Obviously, so. Yeah. But sometimes I guess it's like too
salt
much,
water, yeah.
Yeah, too much layered fish flavor.
A little salty.
Yeah, a little too salty too. These are nice. I give these a 7.5 out of 10.
I'm giving these a 9.
You like them?
I really like them.
That was bomb. Let's go.
Huh.
All right, chef.
Okay.
Lion, black and white.
I gotta like break it open and see if there's like any nuts. First of all, I don't like white chocolate too much.
White chocolate.
It's not even real chocolate. It's just like coconut oil and sugar.
Yeah, literally. That's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So it's like Millionaire Shortbread.
Oh.
So it's like, you know, like Twix? Well,
Yes.
Millionaire Shortbread is like a British classic of like cookie caramel chocolate. Obviously, Americanized, westernized into Twix. There's a bakery in Middletown called June Loves English Bakery. It's a completely English bakery. They have Yorkshire pudding. Ooh. They have sticky toffee pudding. I'm trying to think of it like the cake, kind of like those shortbread. What?
Jaffa cake.
No, not Jaffa cake. It was like Victoria sponge cake, and like lemon meringue shortbread.
I love
or even original shortbread. So
I have a sweet tooth problem. Do you watch Great British Baking Show?
No.
How come?
Because I already watched like Next Level Baker.
Next Level, all those ones.
I already watched
what's your
Cupcake
Wars.
Wars.
Cupcake Wars was good.
I already watched the American Baking.
Is It Cake was pretty good. Those
no.
Some of them are talented with some.
There's
of the
also
stuff
Baketopia on HBO Max.
Baketopia.
Rosanna Pansino.
That it comes down to the like. I keep thinking like, how are they gonna recreate another food show and they do some crazy concept and it works? Who's one of your favorite chefs that really inspired you throughout your years of being in the
Gordon Ramsay.
Me too. What a badass motherfucker, man.
Especially Kitchen Nightmares. It teaches me what not to do in a restaurant.
Yes.
Also upsetting, like some of the restaurants that be on the show don't end up making it. Like, bro, Gordon Ramsay gave you all this success, money, and then you just like, don't
squander it. It's up to you to.
Even Crazy Burger was like in Newport. Yeah. I'm sorry, Narragansett. And then they obviously end up closing. Like, bro, what the hell happened?
They had good food.
I know, I've been there.
The black bean burger was on point. I really enjoyed the black bean
burger. I had
burger.
I don't remember what kind of burger. If I look it up, so this is the thing about loving Instagram right now. Every time you post something, it'll save your archives, and I just look. I can look it up, and then boom, I see what I had. I did have a burger. I had their teriyaki wings.
Yeah, teriyaki wings. What do you give this? 1 out of 10. I'm giving it an 8.
I'm gonna give it an 8 because it's good, but the white chocolate.
Yeah, the white chocolate. It's got good mouthfeel. I said that.
Dark chocolate is my favorite.
As a chocolate bar lover, that's a unique one right there. Last but certainly not least, chef, we have Fanta orange flavored Mentos.
That's gonna be a 10 for sure.
10 for 10. I don't even really need to try.
I need my palate cleanser.
Remember the commercials for these? Mentos always had some.
No, I remember the pranks with those. Yeah.
The pranks. Oh yeah, Mentos are weird too. You put it in the soda?
Yeah, it just blows up.
It turns into a bomb. Now let's talk a little bit more about this food service industry, man. As someone who's taken the food service safety class 2 times, what really is some of the most important parts of being clean and organized in the kitchen?
Definitely the part in the book where you have to learn about all the diseases. I remember I first took the test when I was 17 because that's where I first learned about food service handling. Because shout out to West Broward High, y'all got a good Pembroke Pines, Florida. Y'all got a good program. I had to memorize all the diseases and foodborne illnesses like Shigella. There's Tetra by flies, obviously by feces. Vibrio, obviously by like shellfish or cephalopods. Correct me if I'm wrong on the helmets. Or obviously Salmonella, obviously by chicken. making sure everything's clean and safe.
Yep.
And I try to be as clean as possible because like sometimes when you're in a fast pace, this is true. When you're like in a fast paced kitchen, you don't have time to wash your hands. So what I do, I take a towel, sanitize it, wring it, I put it in like in a 6-pan. That way, like my hands are dirty, I just wipe it in the sanitizer. And I have paper towels or I just wipe it and move it on. I do have my own glove station. There's a hand wash station, but like if I don't have access or I can't go there in time and I'm a big service, wipe in the hand sanitizer rag and just move on to service. Because at least I'm still being clean, but also I'm making sure that the food gets out on time no matter what.
Yeah.
That's what it's really in the kitchen. Just like you don't care what you do, just make sure to be clean and get the food out on time. That's it.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things where you just gotta follow the recipe and the time frame. Exactly, repetition, I guess.
In the kitchen, there's no recipe. There's only a recipe when you're in prep.
Yeah, exactly.
You already have all your stuff prepared.
Yep.
You just put it down.
Yeah, repetition too. I think in your side of the business is also really important. Are you still perfecting your knife skills after all these years?
I'm still everybody. Let me tell you something. A good word that I learned from a celebrity chef, Keith Garman, that used to be for the Boston Chiefs, R.I.P. is that the learning never stops. The learning never stops. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how many experience you have. The learning never stops. Because sometimes there's been times where I perfect something and then I forget about it years later. Or like I know how to do something and I mess up. There's been times where I know how to do something and it just messes up. I'm like, like, gosh. So like, still proud. Like knife cuts. My knife cuts are great, but when it comes to like doing certain things like right time, like I actually remember like about 2 weeks ago I actually cut a piece of my finger. I cut a piece of my finger off because I was slicing corned beef for like Reuben. So I'm just
it's going in.
I was just like slicing super speed, so and then all of a sudden my finger got caught. I thought like I had to like scrap it.
You gotta be careful.
But when it comes to like onions, so I was like quick.
What's the trick with onions though? Does it really work if you put bread in
your
mouth?
No. Oh no! What I do is just like I'll bring goggles or I'll take some plastic wrap and like put it around my eye.
I've never seen anybody do the saran wrap.
If you have saran wrap, I will demo that right now.
Oh, dude, you need I think that might be one of the next viral videos you gotta do.
I can do like onion salad, but the thing is for the because I was like because normally for onions you gotta have the tire claw. Yeah. Because I was doing corned beef, I was kind of grabbing it. It wouldn't like so I had to like grab it, but also I was kind of in a rush to be somewhere afterwards, so all I had to do was just clean it, disinfect it, bandage it, and stuff, and just like take care of it.
So it's always important to continue to practice the fundamentals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
sometimes like my boss is like Caribbean, but I tell him like, how do you want to call it? Message one, julienne, carré, like do like big cuts and stuff. So okay, so I've been showing. This is message one. This is like quarter cut. Carré is a 3/4 inch cut, or like brunoise, because like trying like I'm giving them terms, but like you just like do like this. Okay, that's brunoise.
These are all French terminology.
Yes.
So you're more classically French trained.
No, because like that's like the base of cooking. The base of cooking is like by like Louis Pasteur, yes. Did pasteurization and like the brigade. I'm sorry, no. There's another chef who did a brigade system. Trying to think. I know people are gonna come at me for this one because Louis Pasteur did for like pasteurization. Like the health code. How can I hate? How can I forget?
Right how can I fact check? We got to fact check because like there's a lot of important people that paved the way. Because the food service industry isn't the same now as it was 30, 40 years ago. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And there's always constant changes and developments and. I even see like some chefs going into cookbooks from the 80s and trying to revamp recipes and make them better. Is that something that
Escoffier, George Escoffier.
Sounds like Ratatouille.
Yeah, he's French. So yeah, I'm like, how did I not?
I happened to watch Ratatouille like the night before.
That's the movie that inspired me to be a chef. Honestly.
Did it really?
All those years ago.
I love.
I even recreated. I even have a post where I like recreated back in like 2020, like the whole dish and stuff.
Linguine.
Yeah.
I went on the ride at Universal Studios.
I would like to go on that ride. So it's the same as like a runaway railway at like
it was cool. It was mellow. Definitely for more of a kid.
That's the only reason why Epcot would be. Epcot is the only the place is only for the food around the world. Yeah. The racetrack ride and the. So no, they're taking away Soarin', so that's upset.
We got to go to Epic Universe. Speaking of more themed
I want to go there.
Chef, you'll love it. You would be an absolute element there. It was some of the best theming I've ever seen. My favorite dish that I actually tried was at in the Dark Universe. It was skewered chicken skewers with the vampire heart through the steak. Just the way they do like these little nuances of like the themes is so fun.
I remember they had like because I knew some creators that went there. Shout out to Patrick Dougal if you're watching this. But like they have like mac and cheese cones, but we used to have that from a truck in here in Providence, and also they have like Super Mario World where I've seen all the TikToks where the tiramisu like mystery like tiramisu like mystery coin or some kind of like mushroom soup and whatever.
They have the turtle shell soup bowl, like a French onion soup with the turtle shell.
I like the food, like I've just seen other stuff, but I really just want to experience like the ride, like How to Train Your Dragon. I want to take a picture with you.
It was great.
I want to take a picture with you. I want to ride the dragon. I want to do everything else.
But I think my favorite, the Mario World was just.
I'm a thriller. I want to. So which universe in that is like the most thrill-seeking?
I really liked the Guardians of Galaxy ride. It was incredible.
Yeah, at Epic Universe.
Oh yeah, no, it was at Epcot.
Okay, that one, yeah.
We've been down Florida a bunch, man. We love it down there.
Oh yeah, I've been to I haven't been to Epic Universe. I just opened last year, but I've been to every park, even for like my family does a trip every few years. I've been to school trips where they went to Universal and
even from down there.
Even like Busch Gardens. Have you been to Busch Gardens?
No, but I want to one day.
Oh, it's amazing. It is a thrill seeker.
Yeah, it's probably fun.
Don't think that because there's animals in a zoo, it's only for kids and like kids and other. It is a thrill seeker for adults too.
Hell yeah. Now, is there any other destination like in the USA right now that you haven't been to and you're really looking forward to getting to when it comes to food?
Well, I think I want to go to Hollywood.
Fucking right, bro.
I want to go. I want to experience like the lavish, like Kardashian lifestyle.
It's
or Gosling or Hasselhoff or whatever male celebrities like.
LA's like Sopranos my second home. You know, we did the tamale tour down there in LA.
Wow.
It was our own tour. We went to like every spot we could find that had tamales. Yeah. And I goes a lot back here at home. You don't. A lot of places don't have tamales. Very few places have good tamales.
There is California Taco Shop.
They have good.
There is Casa Azul Taqueria.
Condesa in Smithfield. They have good tamales.
Antojitos Taqueria.
You have to put me on. And also, I've been making pizza. I started the pandemic. I was selling it out the house. Right now, my wife and I are trying to do a frozen pizza line.
That's awesome.
We specialize in a New York style. Every episode of our podcast, we have a pizza made fresh on site. I want your honest review and opinion of our pizza, my brother.
Well, let me get the camera closer for this one because I know there's gonna be a good cheese pull. Look at this. Look at this.
Let's go. No, that didn't happen.
It's still like it's a really good sturdy texture.
Nice and crispy.
Crispy texture on the bottom. It's also floppy low. That's good for New York style.
I use a three cheese blend, 1950. They make really good cheese. So, Lou Chef, it's an honor to have you on the show today. Been watching you bubble for so long and doing your thing, getting to break bread with you, eat some food. It's an absolute honor. What do you think of the pie?
Great in flavor, good pomodoro you got here.
Thank you.
I'm guessing it's like Asiago, cheddar, and I'm trying to think of like the last cheese.
Probably mozz or provolone.
I mean, I always think it's not that much strain to be moss. I mean, provolone. I mean, you put provolone. Oh, so you put what was it? 3 cheeses?
I think the 1953 cheese blend is cheddar, provolone, mozzarella.
Provolone. Okay.
Yep. I love pizza. 1 out of 10. To be honest, you won't hurt my feelings.
No. In terms of like, so you want to be like replicate a New York style?
Yeah, like a New York style.
Well, presentation wise, that's already like, so I kind of go by presentation and flavor. So out of 5, so by presentation is a 5. Taste, I would definitely give it like a 9, like a 4. So you get like a 9 because I want to see like more sauce. I mean, you got a lot of cheese, but like when you go into the cheese, like it's like the sauce kind of disintegrating.
More sauce.
So just more sauce, and you'll be good.
You know, sometimes.
But I was thinking cheese, like I was thinking like cheddar Asiago, and I was thinking either mozzarella or Gruyere. But it's like because like I did the stringy factor, and we do that. But I guess you want to have those cheeses with like much of a like less moisture content because you want to make sure it's green. So I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
For my holy 3 cheeses are cheddar, mozzarella, and Gruyere. Like especially for my for both my grilled cheese and my mac and cheese recipe. That's why I use those 3 cheeses for like everything. Provolone is really what you use for like a Philly cheesesteak sandwich or chopped cheese, whoever in the north you call it from. And what was the other cheese you said?
Asiago, and then
Asiago is like definitely like
smoked Gouda too is a good one to add into the mac and cheese. A lot of people
I go to Stop and Shop to get my cheeses, and they have like the smoked versions. Really good.
I like the smoked Gouda. Now, Chef, you got your book out. When was this released?
So. This was released in March of 2025, so it's been a year now.
Yep.
Sales has been okay, but definitely want to sell this book more. That way I can have the opportunity to do another book. Because when I did this book, I had over 114 recipes.
Wow.
And I didn't even know I had that much. I know I've been doing recipe content since I was like 18, but then, because like, I had to go get all my recipes in order. And my publisher told me, shout out to Become Found, based out of London, they told me that I have to choose at least only 50 for this one book. So I chose 50 based on my original recipes. I started recipes based on my culture. Like I made Dominican mango con los golpes, inspired by my mom, and then I did Italian. I think amaticiana, and there's also like homemade pasta. I did a nut-free pesto ravioli. But there's also based in this book about every single collaboration I've done involving food, like Venom cookies and cream popcorn. I said earlier. I'm trying to think of some other places. I think. I did a cast iron pizza. I actually did a cast iron pizza with a place called you know what? I can show people.
I wish we did our cast iron bake now, because that's what we do. Our other pizza is a cast iron baked bar style pizza.
I'm trying to like make sure I don't get the name wrong. Like I said, oh here we go, Campo Grande. I'm good with names, but I'm not good with I'm good with like pictures and like remembering faces and stuff. But I'm not good with names of companies. So this is a Campo Grande, which is like a company based out of Spain. I did a Pasta Amaticiana based out of them.
Beautiful.
I also did a Quixote. So Quixote is like a Mexican chorizo company. That's where I did the cast iron pizza.
Let's go.
Another one, the last one before we move on. So Tannenbaum is a hot sauce company. I don't know the origin. I don't remember, but I did like a whole buffalo fried chicken based on the hot sauce. But their homemade buffalo sauce was based on like fruits and vegetables and stuff. They put it in the buttermilk and also made like a buffalo sauce with the hot sauce that I have. So like also there's also a QR code in every recipe, so you get the video link. So you get a video demo on a recipe, and also a link to the rest. Because like if you want to make Tannenbaum's buffalo fried chicken, you gotta buy Tannenbaum's buffalo sauce or any of their sauces.
Yeah, I've never heard of their sauce. You gotta put me on.
Exactly. So like I'm doing all these businesses to remind myself, because I'm not a creator. Like I am not gonna be one of those creators. I just will collab with someone or do something or do a project or do a collab and just like forget about you. I will always sometimes like you're not the first podcaster or anything. I would call me like, hey J Mag, you want to go hang out? Hey, I have an event coming out. You want to collab yet? Or I'd be like Kayla, we did a collab. Hey, you want to go out? You want to like go out to an event? You want to like do another project there? Or I'll be like, like, hey, how you been doing or whatnot? So like, always like remember these people. That's awesome. I wouldn't be here without. I didn't come this far just doing things myself. I had to like have people along with me, help me to promote my stuff, help me to give me inspiration to do new recipes, be able to just hang out, right? Because I'm working, the only time I hang out was actually at events or collabs. That's the kind of fun I have as an adult.
So in a lot of ways, the book encapsulates so many different things, including many of your relationships and friendships you form through food.
Yes.
Now, where can our listeners purchase your book?
So you can purchase it. It's linked in my bio. The Become Found website. It's also like it's it's www.found.us. Also, you can search my name. Also, you can also look me up. And so my handle is Chef David Rivoli. So definitely in the link in my bio is a link to my cook. You can get a hard copy that can be shipped anywhere in the world, or you can get a digital copy for a lower price. Awesome. So you can have it on your phone and your computer, and also this QR code, or even have a hard copy. Again, shipped anywhere, even as a gift. Very
cool, man. That takes so much time, effort, years of hard work, dedication, words, so many words, man. So many words. Mad props. I know what it's like as a fellow author and writer to get to that point. Super impressive, man. The way that you portray yourself, your knowledge, your expertise, and how you put it all into your life's work is so cool to watch. And the way that you just present yourself, man. You have a really bright future, not only as a chef, but as a content creator and as just a businessman and entrepreneur. You can tell that, you working in a kitchen has helped your style of a human being. I always say some of the most successful people I ever met in life were always chefs, because the way that they hold themselves to such high standards in life and just being in the kitchen and apply those fundamentals to their daily life really works and separates you from the rest, you know?
Yeah.
So keep up the great work, my brother. Everybody who's listening, make sure you grab a copy of his book. Let our listeners know where they can find you on social media. What's up next for you, my brother?
So I'm on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Chef David Rivoli. That's really all you got to show. Chef, you know how to spell Chef. David Rivoli, Rivoli.
Respect, Chef. Thank you so much for joining me and Carrying the Torch podcast.
Thank you for the pizza and the
you
snack
carry
as well.
the Torch podcast so elegantly. You know, Carrying the Torch, there's so many people in this world that, you know, carry the torch in different ways of life. And as a chef, as an entrepreneur, as an author, just mad props for continuing on your path, on your journey, and sharing it with people like myself, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you to our sponsors, Cold Room Drip, Underground Culture, Grassroots California, Pop Shop Gallery, North Providence, Rhode Island. We love you guys. Carrying the Torch podcast. Chef David, Bobby Nuts, signing out. Thank you, my man.
Yeah.